Hello and welcome to DataSunrise demo. And in this demo, we'll see how you can use advanced audit storage and so-called dictionary operations. So what is this for? When you have DataSunrise installed without using any external resources, by default, DataSunrise uses SQLite DB files, which are stored on the same machine where the software package is deployed, right? So this means that probably for the production reasons, for the production purposes, you will need to deploy DataSunrise in the high availability, or you need a high performance from the audit storage. That means you have to use some external database engine. That could be an RDS engine, or this can be a remote database instance. So let me show you how you can use DataSunrise to change the audit storage first. So this database should be on the same or better on a remote machine. And then I will show you how you can use the dictionary itself or shared configuration database between multiple nodes of DataSunrise cluster or high availability mode operating, right? So now let's go to the audit storage. So you can find system settings will give you access to the audit storage. We can perform different actions like cleaning the audit storage or turning on the partitioning on the database to improve the performance. So in my case, I use the MS SQL database type. Right now, I'm going to change. Even if I use the SQLite, for example, can change to Postgres, which is running on the same machine, right? It can be a remote machine, but I will use this local host. So I type my password. This is my custom port for this, because this database actually is running on this custom port. And this is the host name, which is localhost in my case. Again, you can extract the password from different providers, or if you use the custom connection string, then you have to type the username and the password there. Now I tested and I see the connection is successful. Now let's save this configuration in the new location. So all the audit events, which audit security and masking rules will generate, or some system events, they will be stored in this particular database. Again, please be aware that this database exists before you will start configuring. So everything is fine now. Okay, now I can use this database as a shared audit storage between different nodes of DataSunrise itself, right? And now I'm going to show you how you can change the configuration itself, DataSunrise or the dictionary. Changing the dictionary means we have to configure system settings again. Okay, in the system settings, in general menu item, you can find under operation, advanced dictionary operation with the slider, and change dictionary. So change dictionary will actually change where the DataSunrise will save the configuration with all the settings of rules and different periodic tasks, sensor data discovery settings, and reports, and everything actually. So right, it's like a central location of the entire configuration. Now, what kind of dictionary we can use? So we can see the MS SQL server, right? So we can switch to an external PostgreSQL database. So this is we highly recommend to use PostgreSQL, MySQL, MariaDB database. And also, we see here we have two ways. Either we provide the custom connection string, all the passwords and database username should be provided, or we can provide here the different parameters and different edit boxes. Same custom dictionary report. As far as I remember, this should be this DIC. Schema by default is a public, but the password, yes, I have to type the password. And login, in my test case, it should be Postgres, right? Authentication method. But usually this is regular way to authenticate. But if you use some RDA service, please be aware that you change it with IAM role. And then in this case, you have to provide the role itself, right? Let's first test. Okay, something is wrong. Yeah, that's here. This one stop sign is not there. Now let's try it again. Yes, now the connection is successful. We can click change, and this particular database will be used on my host to populate the configuration with all settings from DataSunrise, from the current configuration onwards. It will take some time, so I'll pause the videos and we'll come back in a minute. Okay, now we'll see that DataSunrise backend service restarted actually. And we see this login window because I use the standard way to authenticate in DataSunrise web console. And also, if you use some kind of SSO or Microsoft Active Directory authentication method, so you'll be logged out actually, and then you can relog in. Now let's log in again. And let's go to the dashboard to make sure that the current dictionary is Postgres, right? So this particular database on my local server is used as a dictionary or the configuration storage. So all these settings and Audit, security mask, and so on, they're stored there. So let me show you what's in there finally. So, and then the next step, I will show you where you can find the additional information on the changing the Audit storage and dictionary. Let's first go to my DBA tool. So this is my local host. This is dictionary. This is Audit database. When we click the schema and the public, so we see all these tables populated by DataSunrise and used in all the operations. So all these sessions, transactions, and so on. Right. So this is the way how DataSunrise handles the Audit storage and the data that comes and triggered through the rules in Audit security masking policy. Now, if we go to the dictionary database, which is on the same server, you can also find there a long list of different tables populated by DataSunrise when we change the dictionary from the previous one, right? So this way, you can also use any other DBA tool to back up these databases or restore this database when necessary. Okay, where you can find more information on different settings and more details. Okay, there are a couple of things for the Audit storage settings. You can navigate to our user guide to the section 14.5 Audit storage settings, and here you can find a description of all the UI elements, right, which we can use, right, to change dictionary or to tune it up a little bit, to tune performance, especially with the partitioning, right? And usually the Audit storage is more heavily used to store data, right? So it will require more space, and it will require, well, usually the capacity of the drive should be much bigger than for the dictionary. And when we go to the dictionary or the configuration settings, so we will search, then we can go to the advanced dictionary operations, section 14.2.5. And here it explains, the section explains how you can use encrypting in configuration files, right? Or to clean dictionary, to change dictionary, which I performed and show you. And also, there are some notes regarding some specific database engines. Okay, this way, you can change these operations to change the Audit storage from the default SQLite to any external supported Audit storage type, or you can use system settings and general menu item with advanced dictionary operations and changed the configuration where DataSunrise will change the database where all the configuration will be located. Okay, so thank you for watching.